Confidence. Every dating coach out there will tell you as a guy that if you want to really attract women, you have to display confidence, right? But what does that actually mean? Like, what are women legitimately looking at from you when they're trying to determine whether or not you actually have confidence? Well, in this video, we're gonna go over 5 ways that you can start projecting confidence to women and 5 things that you need to actually practice in order to be able to kind of guy that can go out there and women can look at you and say, that guy's the one that I wanna get with because he has confidence. Now, I actually wanted to talk about this because I recently released my new book called Stop Losing Women, available at introvertdatingsuccess.com. And I realized of the 17 chapters in that book, all of them on some way touch on the idea that if you don't have confidence, you're gonna be doing these actions or you're gonna need to stop doing these things because it's going to deter women from wanting to date you, right? And so obviously I want you to get the book, I want you to go to the website and check out other stuff, but before you do that, you really need to have some level of confidence about you, because if you don't have confidence, you can do all the stuff I talk about in the book and women are gonna still get that read of you like, but he's not that confident guy, I can tell. And I want you to assuredly and authentically be a confident guy. And that starts with being able to practice the habits that confident men do, because as you practice them, then they will become you. I was a theater major in college, and one of the ways that instructors told us to get into character is to find the movements of the character and how this character interacts with the world so you can embody that character. So if you're going around displaying the actions of a guy that is not confident, it's because you've been practicing non-confident behavior for a lot of years, and that's the first thing you gotta fix towards being a more confident guy authentically. By the way, my name is Harry Wilmington. I am a men's dating coach, and be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if what I say here gels well with you. Also go to the website for one-on-one coaching and for ebooks, audiobooks, yada, yada. All right, let's go ahead and get into these 5 things you need to start practicing and doing so you can project a level of confidence towards the women out and about. First one is your body language. Now, as a man, it is important to know that how you stand in this world is one of the major things that women are judging you on when they see you and are trying to see if you have confidence. So you wanna work on your posture. You need to appear relaxed. You need to be a guy that is standing tall and proud, which indicates a high level of confidence for women. Also, when you're looking at women, you need to be having steady eye contact. This means you're not looking away from them or looking back nervously when they try to look at you or looking down when you're talking to you in conversations. You need to give her the impression that you are not intimidated by her, and it starts with eye contact. And a lot of guys fail this because internally you're thinking, I'm so nervous and she's so pretty and I don't know if I deserve her. But what you don't know is while you're thinking those thoughts, your eyes are going all over the place like this, trying not to look at her, and your body's kind of slumped over like this, and all that saying, I'm not really confident. So even if you're having those thoughts, try to get back to yourself in your center, nice tall posture, steady eye contact. Make sure that you have open gestures because openness indicates that you're relaxed where you're at. And when you do these things, women are gonna read off you that you're probably a confident guy. And again, if you're not used to doing that, you can practice these things. Hey, get a doll and practice staring at the doll's eyes while you're talking to it. Or just work on your breathing where you're breathing in and then you're holding it and then you just stand like this for like 10 seconds at a time and then let go and then work up towards actually having this be your posture. If you practice this enough, I promise you, you will have a posture and you will have a movement in the world that will say to women without hesitancy, he is definitely a confident guy. The second thing you want to start working on is your voice and speech. So you want to work on having a clear and steady voice, because when you're clear and steady in your conversation, people trust you more. They feel as though you actually believe the things that you're saying, and therefore you're gonna come across as more confident, all right? Back in my theater days, they had us take diction classes. So, you wanna be able to pronounce your T's and your P's at the end of words, so that way women can get the idea that you are a well-articulated guy. Another thing you wanna work on is your talking pace, because I'm doing this right now. It has always been a hard thing for me to talk slower than most people because if given the chance, I could probably talk like this all day, but people don't want to hear this talk like this because it's too much to take in, and it also indicates nervousness. So you have to be mindful if you're a fast talker, or on the opposite end, if you're a slow talker like this, women can hear you, but it becomes so boring, you probably want to click off this video. So you have to work on a mid-range of vocal pacing. But when you do this, again, it's allowing you to come across as a guy that when he says things, he's confident in the things that he's saying. And also of note, guys, this also goes with speaking with conviction. That means when you say something, you believe it. You're not trying to change your opinion just because she has a different opinion. That's part of voice and speech, because you trying to change up your speech to match hers or to make sure that she's being agreeable, or you're being agreeable with whatever she's saying or thinking. That's also a thing that lets a woman know you are not actually a confident guy. So you got to work on those things. And it's very easy to do so. Just listen to yourself on tape, see how fast you're talking, and then work on that. Notice if you slur words, or if you do a lot of slang talk, or if you're mumbling or not enunciating the ends of words, and then start working on those things consciously so you can start really getting your speech patterns and how you talk together so you can come across as more confident, not just the women, but the world at large. You will find that just working on your voice and speech, you will do better in relationships and also better in your jobs, all right? So something to think about. The third thing that you really want to start working on is being more initiative and being a man of action, all right? Let me give you an example of what this looks like. Let's say you're in a group setting, you're at a party, right? With people that you know, and you meet a woman there that you have never met before, right? So after all the pleasantries and highs or whatever, you start talking to her, you can feel a vibe going, right? And then somebody out of nowhere says, hey guys, we should play a game. Hey guys, we should go out to dinner. What should we play? Where should we go? I've been in these situations where I give it a beat of like 3 to 5 seconds and no other guy in the room is saying anything. At which point I would take the initiative and say, oh, we should play this game. Or, oh, we should go ahead and go to this place because they have great fish or great sushi or whatever, right? And I find that when I did that in those scenarios, that the women that I was talking to, or like whoever the hottest woman was at the party, would suddenly take more notice of me and be turned on even more, simply because of everybody else there. I was not afraid to make some kind of decision or suggest some kind of something. Because women are looking for guys like that aren't afraid to take lead and are willing to put themselves out there and make decisions and call the shots. And it is very, very attractive and appealing for women to see that from you. So anytime you can find a way to do that, then you're going to be able to come across as a more confident guy. So this is why it's important, for example, when you're setting up a first date, not to ask her what she wants to do. She wants to see you take the initiative and see you plan the actions that are going to happen on this date. And women will give you the chance to do that. So when they do that, do not squander it. You have to be a guy that is willing to make decisions and guide interactions in these various social situations. And you will find more women than not are going to be highly attracted to that. The fourth thing that you need to start doing and practicing is being more comfortable in social settings. Now, as an introvert, I get it. You'd rather spend most of your time by yourself. But the reality is, even if you're with a woman that is introverted, she wants to at least know that the few times you guys go out, whether it's for a wedding or for a friend's barbecue or a holiday celebration, that you can be in that environment, be your cool, calm, collected self, know how to actually talk to other people, how to engage in conversation, how to start conversations going. She wants to see that you can be friendly and interact with other people. And so you got to practice that. So when you're, again, I always go back to if you're meeting a girl at a party or a networking event, recognize, guys, you might not be aware that women are actually looking at you in these environments, but I can assure you, I've been in plenty party situations where if I'm being observant, I can look around and see like 1 or 2 or 3 women that are definitely looking at me. And in those situations, I've known how to be that guy that looks comfortable. I'm going around talking to other people, especially if it's people that I know. I'm talking, saying, hey, what's up? I'm on the dance floor, having a good time and jiving with other people. And women see that and say, oh, this guy's the man. Like, he must be the man because everybody seems comfortable with him, and it's because you're showing off that you're comfortable in those environments, and you're one that's willing to talk to other people. And then she's sitting there hoping to God you talk to her. So then you combine how she's already viewing you with other people, with you then going up to her, and it's like the confidence level that she sees in you is just going up and up each time, which is making her interest in you also go up and up each time, all right? So you gotta work on that. Because women are observing how you're interacting in these various environments, whether it's with other people at a party, whether it's you're talking to the server at a restaurant, like she's looking. And so as you're able to practice and get better at this, you'll find more women are gonna be turned on by it. And then the fifth thing that you need to start practicing is your self-presentation. I had a lady leave a comment under one of my videos recently where she said that she gets turned off from men that smell bad. Like she'll go on dates, they don't have cologne on, they don't have shampoo, they barely smell like soap, and the soap that they do have on smells awful. And so you have to start practicing your grooming habits, because here's the reality, guy. Yes, a woman should take you as you are, but recognize in the first few months of dating, they are putting out all the stops. They're the ones that are spending money on makeup, on hair, on nails, on underwear that you may or may not see, on dresses, on outfits. And even if they have all that stuff already at home, it's still quite the event for them to have to go through all that stuff to find the one thing that they hope is gonna combinationally work enough to impress you. So now a woman goes on a date after having done all this work, and you're sitting there in a wrinkled t-shirt and some shorts and some socks that are halfway pulled up and wrinkled and got dirt stains on them. Women aren't gonna be impressed by that. And more importantly, when you dress that way, you're basically saying to the woman, I don't think I'm important enough in this world to dress up for because I lack confidence. And so a confident guy is gonna know how to groom his hair, is gonna know how to, wear certain scents, whether it's cologne, whether it's body washes. You're gonna know what things work well in your body for clothes, what your sizes actually are, if the environment you're going to requires a collared shirt versus a t-shirt. I come in here and do these videos mostly in a collared shirt because I understand in this environment, wearing these kind of clothes gives the impression that I know what I'm talking about. And so you have to know that about the environment you're going into and understand the messages that your clothing sends and the messages that women are reading off of that. So if up to this point, you haven't cared about style, I get it. Preaching to the choir. I was not a fan of style at one point either until I realized the benefits of it, not just for women, but also again, the world at large. You trying to apply for jobs or apply for networking, when you're going to networking things, or you're trying to get a grant of some kind, how you look and show yourself to the world is going to be very important. And people want to work with confident people. You being able to groom yourself and dress yourself properly says to the world, I'm confident, I know how to wear these clothes with authority, and I look great. And women get turned on by that every single time, all right? So if you work on these 5 things, you're gonna find that your confidence is going to grow over time. And again, it's one of those things where if it's not a habit, when you first start doing these things, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel weird the first few times when you're trying to consciously walk like this with your chest up when you've been spending so many years bent down like this. It's gonna feel weird trying to talk slower or have more diction in your voice when you've been slurring your words like this, and I'll give whatever, this and that, man. And it's not gonna feel natural at first, right? But everything that you are up to this point is based on habits that you learned over time. So these ways of displaying confidence, just consider them more habits that you're gonna pick up that are gonna replace bad habits and actually get you better results. When you practice them enough, I promise you, they will start to feel natural. They will become a natural part of who you are. And then you being confident will also be natural as a result. So hopefully, guys, this helps you out. If you need more help, you can write to me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com. Also, go to the website, introvertdatingsuccess.com, and check out preview selections from my brand new book, Stop Losing Women. If you like the selections, I promise you, you'll love the book as well as the various numerous extras that come with that book as well. And of course, you can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com/product to check out all of my eBooks, audiobooks, and programs designed to help you date as your introverted self while still getting your precious alone time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class